Hello everyone, my name is Lorthorn and welcome to Minecraft Snapshot 21W17A for Minecraft. Now, if you couldn't tell, I'm in spectator mode. I want to show you something rather interesting. So this update is called the Noodle Cave update as well, or Snapshot. This is without the resource or the data pack. So if we go underground, we can see these cave systems and they're pretty nifty, pretty straightforward. We can go along, look at all of them. We have some new generations in here, like that little ore there, and there's a few changes here and there, that moss growing in there. These things here, as I said, that ore, this little shell, they're pretty cool. But if you haven't noticed, there's some, it looks pretty straightforward. Like you know this cave structure. It goes as caves always go on. You're like, yeah, I know that. We get some like cool spirals, some loops, some bubbles, and of course, the chasms. There's always these chasms. Oh, look at this here. It's all pretty familiar stuff with just a few slight changes of the geodes. Well, let me show you what spaghetti caves look like. With their new noodles and cheese. The noodles is the newest, but the cheese and spaghetti was there. Now it's noodles. Alright, here we are. We're in spectator mode. And we're going to go down to this big old water basin here. And why would I go into this water basin? Well, this leads into this chasm here. You can see this crack that goes along. Alright, we got this weird giant bubble here. A little bit of night vision here to help us out. If we go down into here, we get even more of this crack. We can follow along. Already a little different, okay. And we just phase through right about here. We've got this insane structure here. What's going on? And if we go over here, look at these caves. Oh my gosh, they're so different. And I love, we actually have this dead spot we can settle into. But look how different the caves are. I know the lighting changes as well, but how they sprout and settle. So these are the Noodle Caves. There's these sort of thin, claustrophobic caves that go along with these long arching paths, and just look at them. And then they go further and further in, then you're walking along and you got these weird sheer things. You can drop down to this hole here, drift along this path here. And I've got these crevices tight to squeeze through. Oh, so tight, and you get up into here. And it's just, it's insane cacophony. It's completely different. And here we have some cheese. This, oh man, let's find a way into this. The actual tunnel that will lead us into here. I think this one will do it. Alright, so here we are. Squeezing our way through here, getting in. And then we drop into this. And look at these pillars, these formations. Oh my goodness, this giant bubble here. That's a little, that shouldn't be there, but just, this is base game Minecraft. I mean, this is with the resource pack, but this is what they're turning the caves into. And then you get this squeeze through here, the sheer sides. It's just amazing looking. I love the sheer, they actually feel like caves in the real world. The other caves felt like caves, but these feel like caves we'd get. These tight paths, these things you have to maneuver through, you have to mine, you can't quite get through. There's the diamonds. It's just so gorgeous. Oh my god, I love it. I love it so much. And these winding pathways as well, like this here. Okay, we got this giant bubble here, and it drops down, all the way over here. And it sweeps into this larger space, which sweeps into another larger space. And it just keeps going. However, there's also these here, and you can crawl inside this, and you got the water going along. And you just follow this along, and look at it, arches up and comes back down. And this here, look at this loop. It's like these crazy tendrils. You start there, up and around, glide along here. Slightly wider here it leads into, and it climbs up and up and up and ducks back down again and climbs up yet again. reaching, ending right here. Just a little away from the surface, but if you were to mine down and find it, you could. It'd just be so cool. And all these twisting paths and mires. And look at these sinkholes now. Like this water, it leads down. And we got like this lake here. But right in, there's this hole. So if you like squeeze through right here, like, oh, what's this? You get into this cave, which leads into this chasm. And the chasm spawn is different now. It's got these shelving curves to it. And there's great underwater cave. There's these great underwater sort of layouts like this here. This is also, I think, called the cheese maybe. But look at these layers, these pools hanging here. So we got this one, then it's a shelved layer here. Then another shelf here. These shelves of water and lava mixed together. And there's giant columns supporting the room along with all its shelving. And yet another shelf here continues along this path. A little bit of molten core there. It's amazing. I absolutely love it too. It's a completely submerged cave, and look at this giant pillar here. Just different materials. It's just this underwater thing. You could be like going along mining, then just find this underwater path here. And oh man, if you're in this desert temple here, right? Right, desert temple out of nowhere. You get down here, and you accidentally set that off. And it blows up this space here, and then you're like, whoa! There's a chasm here? Where does this lead? And you've got this whole new place to explore just by that one accident. One of things. What I wanted to show is cave spawning in mountains. So already we got this chasm here, and got this tunnel going through here, but we got this watery cave that's full of glow squid. You can drop down inside it, you can maneuver around in here, go throughout these caves, come to the surface in the ocean by dropping into a pool in the cave. That's pretty cool. And this mountain here's got a giant hole in the side, and if we go inside here, we got a little bit of a cave forming. Not much of a cave, but we've still got a cave in this mountainside. And then there's caves probably can be found through the ocean, but also just inside mountains. See, look at this. Already we have caves growing up inside these mountains, which is nuts. Like this here. Oh, I love these pillars and these stepped caves. They look so good. Oh man, they look really, really good. Even chasm spawning is different if we take a closer look at it. They got a bit of a different layout to them, similar to what we know, but there's just a little bit more as well, which I think is pretty neat. I really, really love these caves that just are lakes, because that's actually how some caves form, is lakes slightly sink down and there's like these paths of water through them. Another cave I just want to briefly gush over is because we're above a swamp. It turns all the water green. And then we get this. Oh, look at that. And lava pouring down, but we got this like giant watery cave here. Then back on the surface, got like this green coming down. It just looks so cool. We got the mixed ores, there's the diamond hanging on the surface. It's not all down one level. You can find this anywhere. If we continue down here, there's some more ore, more things for. Oh, there's some more diamond. It's just so good looking. Fortunately, the game is becoming more and more unstable because of this build, but I have found a copper ore vein, which I am very certain is a copper ore vein. Now, I could be wrong. However, we have the granite here, and we have a lot of copper ore next to it. So we're going to carefully excavate the area. This might not actually be a copper ore vein. I don't know. This is a lot of copper, though. And it spawned within an area of each other. And therefore, I declare it a small copper ore vein. And you can't take that from me. So yeah, that's a small copper ore vein. It's really, really freaking cool. And I can't wait for this to be finalized and working well. And what on earth? Okay. Well then. That's quite the spawn. Giant square cube. Still work to be done, I guess. Now the idea, right? This is a pretty cool spawn here with this abandoned mineshaft. But abandoned mineshafts should have a likelihood of at some point being next to veins or even running along an ore vein. I think that's a really cool idea that they should be mining there for a reason. I mean, maybe it's a band because it got all the resources, but I don't know. Just having a vein at some point nearby, I think could be really cool for abandoned mine shafts. Also, man, that looks so neat. That looks so neat. Is this here a fabled iron ore vein? There's a lot of random iron ore, and it's spawning next to tuft. And we are underground enough for it. I think this is. Oh, this is definitely iron ore vein. Now, they're a lot more scattered and lumpy than they were originally, but they still look pretty cool. It's just a big collection of iron ore spawning in one area. This is also fairly small. I think what happened is it probably was here, but happened to get cut up by this cheese wheel spawn, this giant block here. Because how Minecraft spawning works is it lays out the whole underground, and then it carves holes into them. So that can actually cut off certain things. It's kind of interesting, actually. I think this is a iron ore vein. Yeah, no, that is so much iron ore. Look at that. Oh man, I love this. Love this so much. And also, like, here. Oh, man. This is so good. This is so good. Just proceeding along, and you're like, oh, look at that right there. You can see off in the distance. And I'll go check that out, and you're like, oh, no, that's not the path. Alright, this way. I hope they come up with a new torch, like a hanging torch, because torches on the ground like this, I don't like. So like a too high torch, some sort of little tiki torch or something you can plant on the ground, or a miner's torch, because like on the wall's fine in certain cases, but this here, you need like an adventurer's torch or a tall torch, I don't know. I mean, you can make that yourself, but that takes time. And you're just running along through these caves, and it's just so cool. Oh. You see something like that in the distance, and the dwarven keeps and fortresses I can now build. I always have to hollow out caves, but this will just make it so you can just build the dwarven fortresses. You can make Erebor, the Lonely Mountain. You can make Durin's Halls and Khazad-dûm and Moria. You can make Karahungath and Zargathun, the glistening crystal caves. Oh, just these pillars of sheer rock. And it's just so beautiful. And with this here as well, when this comes out, the mods you can add to these caves, because there is cave mods, but this is better than any cave mod I've come across. This is so amazing. And this here, if we punch into this, we see this bubble here, and we know what's in this bubble. Imagine with mods making more kinds of amethyst. Oh, it just looks so amazing. This is actually incredible. Like, just what you'll be able to build underground now. And if they're doing this, right, if they're doing this to the caves, this insanity, this absolute insane change to the caves, what on earth will the mountains look like after this? Because these caves spawn up into the mountains, and they're going to make the mountains bigger. And with the bigger mountains, there'll be more caves inside, and also outside. I'll just add into something incredible. Holy cow, this is just... I'm so excited for this update. I think this is one of the most exciting updates I've been for a while. Even if it's going to take something like 2 years to come out or whatever they have planned. It's just, oh, so worth looking forward to. Look at this lake of lava down here with the stepped water and the stepped lava pools. We have shelved lava pools with these pillars forming in here. And also they added the noodles, right? This was the noodle one. They added that recently. So what else will they add in this different level here? It's like, oh. These are things they've added so far. So what's next to the caves? Is this like as far as they're going, or will there be even more to the caves? We have the new monsters, and the lush caves might spawn more often. It could be so much more than this as well. I mean, this is already insane. The glow squids and just lighting up these worlds with your torches and various other things will be so cool and rewarding. No, the underground has become something far more than it was. Look at that, I just went through a lake. Where's this lead? Mining straight down. Oh, this is awful going through here. Those mods that allow you to squirm through spaces as well, those will be really cool with this cave because there is tight spaces to squirm through now. We can climb up higher and higher here. Oh, and there's a space here to squeeze through right into this crack here. And where's this lead? Where's this? I just want to see where these go. Oh my god. It's just so insane. If you could see my face right now, you'd see childlike joy. I'm just minding up to the surfer and just thinking about this. The thought struck me with the Dwarven Caves. And that just made me so happy. And look! Look what I came out into! This! God, this hill, you'd just be walking along and you come across this and you're like, you could put a little boat in here. This could, like, this is a bandit cave from Skyrim when the mountains are there too. And then you've got this, you could have like a dive down here, right? And this would be such a swim going through, but you dive through here. You make your all the way over here. And you pop up again on the other side and you have your other half of Bandcamp there. You could even like dig a low shelf along here with that lake below. It's like also The Witcher, you know, when you're in those underground parts of The Witcher. Here, like there's a pool here and this goes down and there's a pool here. It's like there's not many things that move me, excite me in video games in the world. I don't know. I'm kind of an unemotional, horrid block of a human being, but this is making me like close to crying with how amazing it is. And it's Minecraft. It's not even a good-looking game, but it's so good-looking. It's so good-looking. Actually, it's like some of that beauty that brings you close to tears. The capability of what they've done to Minecraft is beyond any recollection, any hope I could have of this. My word. This is so amazing. Okay. Okay, look, this is cool, right? So, on the glacier, break through the ice, you dive down, and you're just like, whoa, there's an abyss down here. And then you start swimming down, you get these monolithic pillars down here, and you go further down, and it's just insane. Oh my word. And then this little cave you can come up to in here. Oh, I love caves, like you go underwater and then there's this, and you can be like a little hermit horde man in here. Well then everyone, I think that's the end we're coming to here with the caves update, the spaghetti, noodles, and cheese, as the creators call it. Sounds very tasty, but man, that was just incredible. Thank you for watching this. Need help though? I don't know. This is going to be quite some update. This is... I love it. I love it so much. Okay, right. Thank you very much for watching. And, as always, until next time. Goodbye.